the morning of 4th of December 2015, urologists from all over the country and abroad gathered at Vellore on the grand occasion of the Golden Jubilee of Urological Training in their alma mater, the Department of Urology at the Christian Medical College, Vellore. The preparations towards this momentous event started well in advance, with all the alumni of the department putting their minds together to make this a resounding success. Even the journey to this joyous occasion was full of fun. Flyers were sent to all corners of the country and also the globe, beckoning the urology gurus of today back to their nest, where they spent their fledgling years learning to fly.
On the occasion of the Golden Jubilee of Urology Training at CMC, it's wonderful to have all our alumni here from within the country and from all over the world. Our alumni answered our call, and despite flood warnings, storms, cancelled flights, somehow our alumni have managed to reach here to be with us on this wonderful occasion. Our chief guest, Mr. Hall, formerly consultant urologist and head of the Northern Cancer Network in Newcastle upon Tyne. It was thanks to him that several of our senior consultants were able to get their training in one of the best centers in UK.
My association with CMC goes back a very long way, because as a child I knew about CMC because the church I went to supported by donations to CMC. We received a letter from some young Indian surgeon called Ganesh Gopalakrishnan wanting to come and work in Newcastle. And we did not know him, but we said, yes, by all means, you can come. He was absolutely superb. So he stayed for 2 years, and we learned a lot about the value and the quality of the graduates from CMC. But before he left, I asked him to promise that he would send more of his trainees to work in our department. And as a result of that, over a period of 13 or 14 years, 7 of the senior trainees passed through our department in Newcastle. CMC has moved swiftly forward, and the quality of the surgery here, the urology, but also the whole of the rest of CMC is extremely impressive. And my wife, who came with me, when we went back home, I said, you know, if you were needing major urology surgery, where would you go? Oh, she said, I think I might go back to CMC. So that was a good indication of how we were impressed.
We are proud about the fact that CMC Vellore has pioneered several specialties in India. One of them is urology, which is celebrating its 50th anniversary of its service and function. And this has been a department that was conceptualized many years ago with stalwarts like Dr. Butt. This department was also the first department to do a renal transplant, and several other accolades which it has gathered on itself. It's a pleasure and privilege to be a part of this celebration, and I wish the department a great time ahead as they plan for future development in this specialty.
On the occasion of this significant milestone of the department, we also had the privilege of having with us Dr. Roger Hadley, a urologist and the Dean of Medicine at the Loma Linda University, share the memories of his grandfather, Dr. Roger Barnes. Dr. Roger Barnes, a pioneer in endoscopic prostate surgery from the United States, was the first specialized faculty in the department. He had the privilege of working aside Dr. Ida Scudder, founder of the institution back in the days when Vellore was a sleepy little town.
One of the things that I cherish the most is the memories that my mentors have given me from stories of their own past. Those memories include my grandfather, Dr. Roger Barnes, who I remember as early as when I was 6 or 7 years old. He would tell me stories. The story he came back to most often was the story of his year he spent in Vellore at the Christian Medical College. He talked about it very fondly and about what the people meant to him and what the mission of that institution and how it's affected the country of India. Dr. Barnes would tell me stories about teaching transurethral resection of the prostate, something that he became world-renowned for not only his expert skills, but also teaching those expert skills. I've been invited to represent my grandfather at the Jubilee of Loma Linda Urology at CMC. Upon receiving the invitation, I immediately knew I was coming. I'd heard so many stories. I hadn't been here. I said, I must go. I've had the opportunity to witness firsthand Christian Medical College and what it means. I've learned more about its deep-rooted mission of service to others and about what life is about, making other people's lives better. And I'm delighted and honored to be a part of this Jubilee in Vellore, India, a place I've heard about all my life, and for the first time can experience it firsthand.
What was the driving force which was so strong that drew them back to their alma mater? Why was the thirst so great to get back amidst the symphony of the past? The urge to get a taste of the enduring company of friends and teachers? The answer, friends, lies in the strong legacy of unadulterated urological mentorship and training that they acquired from here in the days of training here. Something which started with the department being created from general surgery by Dr. John S. Carman, the former director and head of surgery of the Christian Medical College. The department formally split off in 1963 with Dr. H.S. Bhatt as the head. The formal training program started in 1965 with Dr. H.S. Bhatt as head of department. Trained by Dr. Barnes, he was probably one of the first Indian to do a transurethral resection of prostate. Dr. Bhatt was a brilliant clinician, a teacher par excellence, and most of all, a visionary urological philosopher. The first meeting of the Urology Society was organized by him in 1961. He was the surgeon to the President of India and is often referred to as the father of urology in India. The MCH program was started in 1965. The first MCH postgraduate, Dr. M. Mohan Rao, went on to trailblaze his way to do the first successful live-related renal transplant in India in February 1971.
I was deputed to go to Australia for training in kidney transplants. And I returned in 71 and performed the first successful kidney transplant in India. We had a number of very senior professors who came as trainees, who returned to their institutions and started training programs. While I was training, many Australians used to ask me why I was training as a transplant surgeon when India's problems are malnutrition and infections. But you look at the number of transplant centers, you know how much it has helped people. Transplants are available in every big city and they are reasonably affordable and has saved many lives.
How is CMC different from other institutions? The answer is very simple. CMC is dedicated towards patient care, and the most important thing that we all learned here is how to look after the patients to the best of our capacity. I sincerely try to inculcate this habit in my department at Manipal.
The baton of the department's responsibility fell into the hands of Dr. A.P. Pandey during the department's leanest period when the MCH program came to a halt. He kept the department afloat during the storm and ensured that the transplant program survived and the DNB course started. He was also instrumental in starting transplant programs in various countries and was awarded the Padma Shri in 1984 for his contribution to renal transplantation.
I came for training in 1972 and joined CMC as MCH trainee and continued on the staff until my retirement in 2002 August.
Dr. Ganesh Gopalakrishnan joined the department as a trainee in 1974 and continued on as faculty till superannuation. Following his training in Newcastle upon Tyne, he began a different era in urology training. A brilliant academician, an astute clinician, and a superb teacher, he brought new surgical skills like the PCNL into the department. The development and induction of the indigenous urodynamic machine was his brainchild. He received the B.C. Roy Award for medical training.
But what is it that makes Christian Medical College Hospital, Vellore, different from other institutions? The most important thing that I felt here was total professional ethics and honesty in the work that we did. It allowed us to grow. CMC gave you the opportunity to innovate. It gave you the opportunity to empower. It gave you the freedom to do what you wanted. But at the same time, there were unseen watchdogs who would actually be able to tell you whether you were going right or wrong. And these watchdogs were your own peers, your colleagues, your friends. And this was a great way to grow. This was a great way to learn. Last but not least, it gave us as junior colleagues and as students the ability to question our teachers.
The department has, since its inception, produced 8 presidents of the Urological Society of India. Dr. Sasidharan, one of the senior alumni of the department, was one of them.
As a student, I found that our relationship with the teachers were interactive. We were given complete freedom to raise issues, discuss, and that sort of the relationship is seldom seen elsewhere in other departments, in other colleges.
The contribution of the department to the scientific know-how of urology by way of publications in respected journals has been a significant hallmark setting the department apart. Dr. Nitin Kekre was the editor of the Indian Journal of Urology and in the editorial board of the BJUI.
Came here in 1984 and joined here in the department as a resident of urology. That time, the Department of Urology was very small, literally consisting of 2 consultants only. Today, this department has become almost like 12 consultants, and each year we are having 5 postgraduates. It's a big unit. Apart from transplant, we start making inroads into various different fields of urology. The PCNL was started here as a first teaching department in Vellore. We made the first urodynamic machine locally. Actually, it was made in one of the garages with the help of a local physics department at Woodies College.
The department has been steadily growing in the urological scene of India with ever-increasing numbers of operations, transplants, outpatients procedures performed. Our alumni, Dr. O.B. Cherian and Dr. Ashish Chowdhury, continue to serve in remote mission hospitals.
We work in this rural mission hospital, which is in a small village, and we do all kinds of urological treatment. We have cancer treatment, as well as all the general specialties that are required to take care of the rural needs.
Dr. Lionel Gnanaraj, former head of the department, was closely associated with various mission hospitals and helped out in their time of need.
Our department is the one which is pro-poor. Any person who needs a high-tech urology treatment are treated irrespective of caste, color, religion or financial background. We have a privilege of going to rural areas and introducing these new techniques. I've been personally involved in going to states like Jharkhand, Bihar, Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram, Shillong, and all these areas. They started urology work as the result of an encouragement from the Urology Department of Christian Medical College.
Not only has the Department of Urology in Vellore helped establish centers of sound urological practice in various parts of India, the department has also pollinated the urological departments of several countries by providing them basic training. In fact, the department has regular visitor observers from these countries every year. Dr. Nainan Chako, a skilled endoscopic surgeon, had many facets. A whiz in computer technology, he also was head of the computer cell of CMC.
We've had people come from Ethiopia, Bahrain, Germany, Newcastle, Liverpool, Bangladesh, and they've all gone back to their country and have been able to contribute to urologic training. Our Saturday teaching programs are something which were unique in the sense that when we were consultants, we looked forward to it. The Saturday programs are also geared for teaching the PGs to handle any situation, be able to think on their feet, to be able to be prepared for the exam, which is not the end-all of urology. But the exam that you face every day in front of the patient and the relatives is something which you need to be prepared for. And I believe our Saturday programs were unique in that way.
We have also had the honor of our alumni having chaired the sub-editor's post of the Indian Journal of Urology.
After I finished training, I thought I was absolutely complete. There was nothing lacking. I could do most of urology, whatever I had learned or seen in the textbook, and could practice it at the same level. It's only when you go out from the institution that you realize the importance of the institution. It was when I was outside that I realized that the amount of work we did and the level of our work was such that wherever you went, people admired you, not only for your skills, but your knowledge, and they fell instantaneously in love with the institution that you were trained in.
The department has also had the vision to be at the helm of the inception of subspecialization in urology.
In 2000, the dream was to have subspecialization, and I was given the privilege and opportunity to consider pediatric urology. And all the senior faculty and the members of the team have put in their effort to enable me to continue my training, to be a part of this team, to come back and to work so that our work and our training will have an impact on the remotest parts of the country. My dream is that we will be the trendsetters in future.
Residents are pushed to excel at both hands-on training as well as academic endeavors. You'd be hard-pressed to find a department where faculty across the board take such time and effort to look through residents' thesis and conference presentation.
So when I did eventually crack my entrance and get into my PG, and I saw my name in that brown board, I had goosebumps. When I do finish my training, I sincerely believe that the wings that this place has added will hold me in great stead.
Just gives us a wonderful place to learn, to understand things, to be guided, and to realize our dream of becoming a good urologist.
Over the years, the department has held several workshops and probably the most sought-after CUE for the postgraduates in the country. So, from the point where we stand today, what do we anticipate the future to be? The department plans to start and consolidate urological subspecialization, continue our pursuits in research in urothelial regeneration. With the new campus in the horizon, we look forward to improved infrastructure, the acquisition of a robot and an advanced surgical training lab. We aim to improve our commitment to the mission field by deputing dedicated consultants and registrars for urological service in the areas of need.
So on this great day, on this day of 50 years of urology, it's a great feeling that this department has really come of age, has achieved this standing, and I salute all the foot soldiers who have gone through this department, all the people who have worked here, and all the people who have lived here and given their life for this institution and for this department. God bless you all.